Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. The world is abuzz with great gaming news, and the indie world is no exception. I am your host, Ace, and today I am joined by a man who would actively watch me fall from a cliffside laughing instead of helping me. It's Ryan.
Yeah, I guess I probably would. That's
Would you be my emotional support at least, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. Your leg's not broken, it's just the wrong way.
It's supposed to go that way.
Yeah. Look at you, you're different. You're special.
I'm special. I've never heard that one before. All right. And he's from a faraway land where indie games possibly don't exist. It's Josh.
I'm here. This
Yeah.
indie land place is weird, man. What's going on around here? There's like all these colors and these games, like they look nice and they play well. And what is this place?
We call it innovation around here.
Ooh, whoa.
You might be
Kind of
unfamiliar
like
with
this.
it.
I might shack up here, man. This is kind of cool.
Well, fellas, we personally know there's been a ton of gaming news the last few days.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, the indie world is no exception. We've gotten tons and tons of trailers for some great indie games. I'm probably not going to get to all of them today, just some of the ones that really stand out to me personally. And I'm going to start with one I'm very excited to get to eventually. Once I'm not doing this, I'm going to go be playing the Lies of P DLC Overture.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Liza P looks, this looks good.
Dude, based on what I've seen, Overture is even better than the base game. And not only did it add this DLC, it added difficulty options to Lies of P.
Oh,
Which, you know,
okay.
I know people are mixed on that with Souls-likes, especially like adding a difficulty slider. But it didn't just add an easy option. They added a hardcore mode, you know, if you want to
Oh.
hate yourself.
Why do people get upset over a difficulty slider on Souls games? Are we trying to like gatekeep difficulty?
I was gonna
Like,
say they're gatekeeping.
They
I
are.
like-
It's a gatekeeping thing.
I love Souls games. I like the difficulty of Souls games. I mean, I'm a masochist when it comes to these things, but like, why get upset because somebody wants to experience this game on a level that doesn't equal frustration for them?
Yeah, I'll never understand it, man. Like, because you have it with Monster Hunter, you have it with Dark Souls, you have it with all these like really hard games. People are like, well, if you didn't beat it on hardcore with 0 health,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. You're not a real gamer.
Dude.
You're not a real fan.
There's always going to be that dude that's like, I beat, new game plus 10 on Elden Ring, no hit with level 1 with my bare fists. Like,
Exactly.
does that guy get to like be the exclusive dude in the club because he did it harder than you did? Like, no, man, like let people play games. Like, I like difficult games, but to get upset because somebody was like, hey, we're going to let you choose your difficulty level on this is like, this is the dumbest like gamer crusade I have heard in a while, man.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's
I really
weird.
do.
Yeah. It's like they want that boss that they can talk about in their own kind of category. And if you didn't beat it at that level, then you don't belong here. You know, it's silly to me too. It's just, yeah, it's gatekeeping and trying to hold it to themselves so they can feel good, I guess.
Yeah, it's 100% that. It makes them feel special, and then if you take that away from them, they no longer feel special.
Right. I will say, I had no interest in Lies of P before. After playing Night Rain with you guys, and we'll,
Oh.
save our opinions for like the deep dive, I will say this is looking pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I'm super happy to hear that. You did say initially you thought the look of the game and the story was a very
Yeah.
interesting way to take it.
It
And the
is,
only
yeah,
thing that was holding you back was the Souls-like elements.
for
Ace,
sure.
would you say it's fair that if you were going to recommend a Souls-like game to somebody that is not a From Software game, that Lies of P would be the one that you would recommend to people?
Oh, absolutely. Lies of P is
I
absolutely.
agree. Like, it's beautiful. It plays well. It has the right level of difficulty. The various systems in it are fantastic. I think it lends itself to being fun versus frustrating a lot of times. Although for Dark Souls fans, it can absolutely be frustrating because some of these bosses, especially some of the optional ones, are
Oh my gosh.
legit. But like Lies of P is still a game I think a lot of people are sleeping on, man. I know it is pretty popular, but it is way better than I think a lot of people think it is.
People just need to get past the point, where they don't start the game and see FromSoft as soon as they open it.
Yeah.
But I would say Liza P, and another one that really stands out is one I would recommend that is on par with like the Dark Souls series and what FromSoft puts out is Another Crab's Treasure. Like there are good Souls-likes out there that aren't by FromSoft. People just need to open up. Come on, embrace it.
Yeah.
If I
Ryan's willing to embrace it, anyone can.
I've played Another Crab's Treasure, so anyone can.
You did? Oh, this is news to me.
I played it when I was just testing out the Backbone. I didn't. I didn't put like 20 hours in it or anything, but I checked it out, and I was having fun rolling around and fighting everything.
Yeah, but no, Liza P Overture is out now.
Oh,
it is an expansion to one of the greatest indie Souls-likes I've ever played in my life. So if you haven't played it, check it out.
Yeah. Literally just shadow dropped that. Was it summer? Yeah, it was it Summer Games Fest?
Summer Games Fest. They just dropped it in the middle. They were like, hey, it's out now.
I love that, man. I love that.
All those, coming 2026, and then Liza P Overture drops and like, oh, by the way, it's out now.
Yeah.
You
shadow
can
drop
play
for
it
the best.
today.
Yeah.
Which I love when people do that, man. Moving on to a game that is not out now. Let's talk about Hollow Knight Silksong, boys.
Oh,
What game?
Oh,
What
this
game?
year? Next year?
I gotta know, where's your hype level with Silksong? Where's it at this point?
I'll be honest, for me, it doesn't exist. Like,
really?
I mean,
That's
totally
on my
gone.
computer.
It legitimately, until the release date is locked in stone and we get more gameplay and a little bit more like, to see what the game is and how it is the sequel and the successor to Hollow Knight and stuff like that. Like, I need that to get excited, because this game has been just, floating around in the mist for so long that it's like I can't get hyped for it, because it's like there's just nothing to be hyped about. That's not to say that I'm not like super excited at the thought of playing Silksong, but it's just been so long now that it's like I need that concrete. The game is coming out on this day. Here's some gameplay. Let's hype it. Let's get me hyped, and then I will be freaking all in, dude, because I cannot wait for this game.
No,
Do you
no
feel
hype
similarly,
for me.
Ryan?
None until it's on my computer.
Oh, it doesn't exist until it's on your computer?
It doesn't exist until it's installed and I boot it up, and then I'll be excited, because my heart's been broken one too many times.
What if you install it and boot it up and it just says April Fools?
Or does that just get rickrolled or
That's it.
something?
Oh man.
Just the whole
It just puts you
screen.
into regular Hollow Knight.
Coming 2027. Dang
Yeah.
it.
Coming, not in your lifetime. But I'm mixed on Hollow Knight Silksong. It's been so long, like a lot of the hype has died, and as someone who really like branches out and tries new Metroidvanias and like finds some that I consider better than base Hollow Knight, it's kind of hard to keep that hype meter going for Silksong at this point.
Yeah. It's
And is
been a
this
while.
the worst marketing you've ever seen for one of the most anticipated indie games of all time?
My opinion is they're not marketing it yet. That's the issue. Like it got sort of sneakily leaked during the Switch 2.
It was in like a little montage, just a little clip like, oh yeah, Hollow Knight Silksong. I was like,
and then the exact same thing happened here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they didn't come out and go, guys, Hollow Knight is launching with the Xbox Rogue Ally, new handhold. Like they didn't do that. The developers have not said, ta-da! Like these are all just little snips that they kind of went, well, okay, I mean, I guess the cat's out of the bag. We're shooting for 2025 on this. But then the developer had to come out and say, this is not tied to the launch of the Xbox handheld, dude. Like we need to make that very clear. This is not an exclusive thing to them. Like, no, we'll launch the game when we're ready to launch the game.
Exactly. Like it's such a backwards thing to only show it in these snippets and then to show it tied to that handheld, and everyone just kind of assumes like, oh, well, when that handheld comes out, that's when the game will be out.
Yeah.
They're like, no, nope.
No.
I don't fault the developer in this case for the marketing. This is simply like a couple of these little things were unavoidable, and I think now they kind of have to answer, but I do not think they've actually started their marketing on this yet.
I don't believe so either. I believe like we're going to see like a lot of collabs with big things we weren't expecting. And, as big as Hollow Knight is as a name, we're going to see a good bit of marketing when it is ready. But it must not be ready yet. I don't know.
I can't wait to see
Collabs?
Needle in Fortnite, man.
I was just gonna say, what are they gonna put Sabrina Carpenter in Hollow Knight?
Oh, there you go.
Don't
You
scare me with
reversed it.
collabs, dude.
Oh, well, man, Hollow Knight Silksong ain't coming anytime soon, but Into the Unwell I sent a clip of this to you guys. What did you guys think of this? Just the first impressions. I want to know.
I loved what I saw, dude.
Oh,
Legitimately,
yeah.
I love the art style. I felt like I was watching some zany cartoon. I love the fact that this is not like a G-rated thing either. Like this dude,
Oh, heck no.
this dude is
Yeah.
trading like, and then he's puking and laying in his own puke. And I'm like, okay, man, like, I'm kind of in for this, man. And then they showed the gameplay part. And I think it looks fantastic, dude. Like, I did not know this game existed this morning. And then I watched this trailer and I was like, okay, man, like, I think I really want to play this game now.
It's a 3-player roguelike with this like rubber hose, Looney Tunes style action.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's not like
It's-
PG
yeah.
Looney Tunes. It's like aggressively adult Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Yep.
When the devil's pushing you into the well, it's like, all right, you got to do better.
It's the cool thing too that I love about these indie devs and stuff is aside from the innovation and like taking chances, they can be a little more on the edge and do more kind of gory, crazy things that a lot of other people don't. Or you can't with some of these AAA studios. So it is cool to see the unique nature of a lot of the games they put out.
Yeah.
I love seeing these like unique games with this unique art style. And I love seeing how many indie devs will take this rubber hose aesthetic and use it for different genres in different ways.
Yeah.
Like you've got Mouse PI, which uses it in a more serious noir style. You have Bad Cheese, which uses it in that more psychological horror thriller style.
Yeah.
And then you've got this, in which it's just using it for its absolutely chaotic, fever dreamish kind of look that you get from those old 1930s cartoons.
Gameplay looked fantastic. Combat looked snappy and fun. The fact
Yeah.
that you get to play with friends, this kind of over-the-top animation style, the fact that they're leaning into like the little bit more of the adult kind of mindset / humor, like everything about this just resonated with me. Where I was like, "Are we in, boys? Like,
Yeah.
are we in?
Oh,
Like,
I'm in.
yeah,
I am
I'm in.
100% in.
I know I'm easily excitable, guys. It doesn't take much, but this is a trailer that like just sold me instantly. Like the second I saw it, I was just like, cool. Well, I guess we're playing Into the Unwell now.
And this was a great mix of, like cinematics and gameplay.
Right.
This is how you do a trailer.
This is how you do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank
You don't give me like 3 minutes of cinematics and there's like, okay, here's a few seconds of gameplay at the end. No, you mix it in
Yep.
so it feels very cohesive. And
know.
I can't even tell at some points what's a cinematic and what's gameplay.
That's a great point, dude. Yeah, I'm so sick of every single thing. Is just they're beautiful, awesome cinematics, but I'm not gonna play the cinematic. I'm gonna play the game, and I want to see what the game is. So yeah, it was an awesome trailer. I got interested right away.
The cinematic sets the vibe. The gameplay shows you the game.
Yeah,
You know what I
Seals
mean?
the
So now you
deal.
know the vibe of the game that you're going to play, but you also know what you're going to be playing. And I think this trailer did it great. I do not like when you're just giving me a cartoon to watch in a cinematic trailer that tells me absolutely nothing. Like, and number one, those take a lot of money to make, by the way.
Yeah.
Cinematic trailers ain't cheap. As gamers, we don't need those, man. Just show your
We
game.
don't want those.
Yes.
Give them to us after you've released the game.
Or
It's
like
like, oh,
this.
here's a cool thing we made.
yeah. There
Give
you go.
give me the 60-second cinematic that leads into the gameplay. That's the perfect mix, man.
I agree wholeheartedly. But, this is another 3-player roguelike in a 3D environment like Risk of Rain, so we're already on board. It should be releasing in early access soon. I hope we get to see it very, very soon,
Okay.
I will say.
Look.
I don't like the early access. I know, early
You're
access.
an indie
but
dev, man. Just make your game and then release it when it's ready. If it's good, we're gonna play it.
they probably just need the financial
They want
support.
money.
Yeah, I get it.
You gotta remember, they don't have the backing of
I
these AAA
know.
studios.
Don't
man.
make sense, Ace. I don't like early access, man.
I've got to be the voice of reason. I got to
know,
stand up
that's
for them, man.
No.
You're in my kingdom.
Yeah,
Fair. Well, you're gonna have some standing up to do here. In
I
want to
go home.
Oh, don't you dare.
oh,
All
weird.
right. Well, all right. Let's get into it then. I want to talk about Mina the Hollower, the newest IP from my beloved franchise owners of Shovel Knight, Yacht Club Games. Go ahead. What are your grievances with my rat game?
Go ahead, Ryan.
So we just talked about a game that we're definitely going to play. Now we're going to talk about a game about we're not going to play.
Oh, you
Oh,
punks.
are you with me on this, Ryan? Are you with me? Yeah.
You graphical
Okay.
snobs.
All right. You go first, Ryan. Don't make me be the bad guy right up front.
Oh man. So if I found this and it was like an old Tamagotchi and I could play this game on it, I still wouldn't play this game on it. That's where this belongs. With all the
Ace is gone.
left.
He's
Ace is
gone. Ace has left the show, man. Oh.
Like all the love in the world to them for going out there and making a game, but this is just not something that I would play, or not for me. Yeah, I loved like the old Zelda, Link to the Past, and or is it Link to the Past, the old NES one?
Yeah,
It is.
Anyways, yeah. And other old 16-bit and games, 8-bit games and whatnot. But I also ate baby food when I was a baby. I don't like baby food anymore either. So
yeah.
This is not for me.
All I could think about was, dude, if I wanted to play an 8-bit Atari game, I'd just go play an 8-bit Atari game. Like, I mean, you guys couldn't hire one artist, man. Like, you couldn't hire one artist to make this game not make my eyes bleed? Like, come on, man. Like, I get it. If I had a 12-inch monitor, this game probably would look a lot better, but like, you're giving me, is this even 8-bit? I feel like it's more like 6-bit, homie.
6.5.
Yeah. And it's like, and I got a 48-inch 4K monitor, man. Like, this game makes my eyes bleed, like legitimately bleed, man. I had to look away.
This is appropriate graphic snobbing here.
Yeah,
this is acceptable.
I guess it's got Game Boy Color graphics. That's what the aesthetic.
Thank goodness it has color at least, man. I mean, yes. You know what, Ace? Let's find the good in this. It's not black and white.
That's good. But I wouldn't have been surprised.
Listen, you know how good Shovel Knight was. It is a
Shovel Knight was
retro.
Great.
Yes,
it is a retro pixel art. Aesthetic. It is a homage to the Mega Man games.
This has pixels.
I feel like I do
like
feel
2
like
pixels?
these guys went back in time and they went, listen, Shovel Knight was a little bit like too futuristic, guys. We need to dial it back some. We need to dial it back. Shovel Knight, people could tell what these things were. It actually looked like a shovel. So let's not get crazy, guys.
Blocks
pull
too
it back.
small.
Yeah.
Make blocks bigger.
I want you to guess how much money their Kickstarter for this game made. I just want
For
you to
Mina
guess.
the Hollower?
$12.
For Mina the Hollower.
I mean, the game probably only took like $20 to develop. So I'm going to, 40?
$1.2 million.
Okay.
Whoa.
You couldn't hire an artist? Come on, you made $1.2 million on Kickstarter and you couldn't hire an artist to make some art in this game?
Let's make a game, bro.
Dude.
This sounds very lucrative.
Yeah. We're kickstarting. Listen, we'll go 16-bit, people. That's a promise right now. We get $1 million in funding. You're getting a 16-bit graphic game out of this.
And if for every extra 100,000, we'll do one more bit.
Ooh, I don't know. That's promising a lot, Ryan.
That is true.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, Ace. There's a rat. It's an action game. It kind of looks like a Zelda-y top-down something. There was chaos on the screen. My eyes were bleeding. I had to keep wiping the blood out of my eyelashes. It was tough, man. It was tough. So,
well, then I guess it's no point really going on too much about it, but I'll at least talk about what it plays like, because I played the demo, because of course I did. It is a top-down Zelda-style game, but it does have the third dimension where you can jump over things and go under things. That's the whole gimmick, is you're a hollower, which means you burrow under things. So that's how you avoid damage in boss fights. That's how you avoid paths of death, basically.
Yeah. And you can do that like mid-match? Or mid-combat?
Yeah.
Mid-combat. You can just burrow under people.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It's super cool. It's super responsive.
You only got to move 2 pixels.
You can use it also to get a speed boost.
I'm sorry, Ace. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about burrowing. It's like, well, there goes that 1 pixel. I'm underground now. Like, huzzah!
Listen, I know it does not look visually impressive, but it plays.
I'm sure
good,
it's a good
and
game.
It's fun.
Honestly, I love Yacht Club games, man. I just have to give this game a really hard time because I could not get past the visuals in this. I mean, you just did the indie art episode, dude. Like Ultros. I made the thumbnail.
Yeah.
My wife was walking by and she's like, "That's beautiful," and I was like, "Isn't
Ultros
it?"
is a beautiful
and
game.
then you get Mina the Hollower, and I'm just like, "My eyes."
It's too sharp.
Yes. Oh man. All right. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to sound really bad here, but when the Kickstarter for this game came out, I didn't back it because of the visuals, and I expected them to get better.
Yeah.
Then I played the demo, and the gameplay won me over the visuals, especially as someone who had a Game Boy Color and played these kind of games like all the freaking time. Like, it does at least hit that nostalgic bone for me. But this game is hard too. It's just as hard as Shovel Knight.
Oh, really?
The difference is you have a whip instead of a shovel. But Mean of the Hollowers expected to release October 31st, 2025.
Ooh,
Clearly, I'll be
It
the only
is
one
scary.
here who buys
It
it.
is a scary to look at game, that's for sure. They picked a good date. Hey, this next game's beautiful though, Ace.
Yes.
We're looking at Cairn, a survival climber game, which I don't know many games like that. But
Right?
Ryan,
Jusant is the only other survival climber game that I've ever even heard of, to be honest, man.
this is like what I think about when I think about indie games making like new genres and new like innovations. Like this is not something you see a lot of in that sort of realm. But Ryan, you played the demo for this, and so did I. So I want to know what you thought, like immediately.
I did. I love the art style and the graphics. It's a really cool like shader effect that really did it for me right away. The world is beautiful. On the demo, it's got a demo now, so you should check it out, people. If you
Absolutely
have a chance.
should.
You start off in like a rock climbing area, and you got to go through and kind of practice. Right away, that looked cool. Then you go up to just a wall at the end of the building and just go up into the nature, to start your mission. And so, like I said, the world is beautiful. The rock climbing, it took a little bit to get used to at first because it's really cool. It automatically, you can do it for manual, but it automatically selects which limb is the best suitable for like your next move. And as you go, you'll go like right arm, left leg, right leg, however it works. And you can kind of cross your limbs over as you're climbing. And it's got stamina bar, and you got to rest at times. And it's very unique. And I never thought I would be playing a rock climbing game, but it was a lot of fun. I'm actually really excited. I already wishlisted it, and I can't wait for it to come out.
So I think the game looks beautiful. Like, honestly, it intrigued me right away. And Jusant, I never played. I've heard very good things about it. It's a very similar type of game. I think Cairn looks even better, to be honest with you. I like the kind of thing where you're in your tent and you're kind of looking around at like, do you want to eat something? Do you want to rest? Do you want to look at your gear? And, they show her taping up her fingers at one point because it's like, you're healing or something. Like, I like those little aspects. I can't wrap my head around what the climbing the mountain part is. And I like, Ryan, you said it's like, is it twin stick? Is it like, this is my left side, this is my right side? Or like, how does the climbing the mountain thing work?
You move one limb at a time, and it's very intentional. Like you're moving one limb at a time, finding purchase, and then you could either put it on manual where you select what limb you want to move, or you could put it on auto, which is like whatever limb is the best to move without losing your balance.
Yeah,
and then you'll move your hand, or you'll move your leg. And then you'll start doing that.
But you're making these choices, like consciously saying, I want to try to grab this ledge with my left hand. So you use
the left, the left stick will, position the arm up, down, and it just kind of goes. You have free movement however you need to. And it's actually kind of funny because it's like almost over movement. She's very flexible. So she
I
turns
pretzeled her a few times accidentally.
But so there's like fissures and cracks in the wall of the rock face and little like ledges or grips or handholds and stuff. And as you climb, you have stamina, so you have to stop and rest for a minute, when you're in a good position. And certain limbs will shake if it's a lot of strain on that one, and you have to make sure you're in a good position. So it's really cool. After a few minutes of doing it and getting kind of a feel, where to grab, how to climb, it becomes kind of intuitive. But it's something I've never like thought of, because normally you just smash square or whatever, and you just climb up on all the action RPGs. And it was really cool. I had a ton of fun. So it was. I mean, you even put off your anchors and everything. Definitely do the demo, dude.
I'm gonna try this one because this one really has me curious. It looks gorgeous too, by the way.
Yeah, I saw like a boulder off to the side after I made it up a first ledge area, and I went and I climbed up it, and then she just sat down, and you can look at the whole landscape and kind of 360 view around, and I was just like, dude, this is, you can you refill your water like with the spring and stuff, and you have to eat, because you run out of energy. And so it's super, super cool.
It's a survival climber, like it says. Like you've got to keep taking care of yourself as you take yourself up the mountain, and it's just so cool.
Yeah.
And I love the amount of choice you have, like where you start climbing. Like you could walk around, find a good place to start,
find a good spot, and then kind of work up this one because this one's too flat or something. There's
like
a lot to it.
I was having trouble like finding a good place to start initially, so I crossed the stream, and I was like, oh, if I go up here, I don't have to go as high before I can reach a resting point, and I could set up a camp. And I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then you get to the top, and it like shows you like a replay of like what path you took. And
Yeah.
if you fell.
Yeah.
Also,
I fell.
did your heart drop the first time you fell?
Oh yeah, dude. Because I was almost at the top, and I tried to spam up, and I just went. Ah!
It's
and I'm
terrifying. I was so glad I set a pylon, man, because the sound they've gotten for when your foot slips off the rock is so accurate.
Oh yeah.
That it scared the crap out of me. She just went shoo, and then fell, and I was like, "Oh no!" And you could die in this game.
Yeah, you can't.
If you don't set your pylons, she can fall to her death.
In the trailer, you only see her fall a couple times, but she just kind of smacks into the mountain.
You have to set your anchors, into the rock face as you
set
climb.
Your pylons.
But you only have so much. So and then when you fall, I think you take damage. I never had any set when I fell, so I died. But
I never died.
But when you fall and die, then you restart at your last campsite. So then you may have to climb a whole face again if you didn't catch one along the way or something. So, but yeah,
this is a super, super cool, unique game.
Definitely,
and you definitely should check out the demo, Josh.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, and it's coming November 5th of this year. So anyone who's listening to this, if you're even like a tiny bit interested, be sure to wishlist it because it'll help the devs a ton.
Yeah,
it'll really build up momentum for them to like, polish it up and get it out there because they're super passionate about this. I can already tell. Moving on to one of my favorite genres, boys. We're looking at Possessors. It is a fast-paced, side-scrolling Metroidvania. I played a little bit of the demo for this one. It's interesting. The combat is what is most interesting to me because you have your main melee attacks plus a sub-weapon. And the sub-weapon was a freaking computer mouse, which was funny. But but the combos are really cool because like every third hit, you break the enemy's like stance and they go flying. So you could throw in a different attack there to change the direction you send them or get extra hits in.
Oh.
And you can end a fight like super fast.
Oh, that's cool.
This one
based off what you saw in the trailer, what did you think, Josh?
I thought it looked neat, man. Like, honestly, I kind of wanted to see a little bit more because I was actually clicked, like, like if you're watching on Steam, sometimes there's a second video where you can kind of get like more of a breakdown or something. But I think that one was just like a trailer at that point where it was like, okay. But like this one looked neat enough that it got me curious, but I kind of wanted to see more about it. Now, I didn't have time to play the demo, which, would have been really great because then I would have known more about it. But I liked the art style. I liked the speed of this. Like this one actually looked good to me. I do feel like it was kind of overshadowed by some of the other games like that we've talked about or, one that we're about to talk about too. So it's kind of tough because it's like, well, this looks neat. But when I have like 4 other games that I'm like more interested in, like based off of trailer alone, it's kind of tough because it's like I would try the Cairn demo or Into the Unwell before I tried Possessors, but it does look good to me. And like I said, I mean, it seemed polished. The speed, the combat all looked really neat. But it's just not the one that like jumps out and grabs me in this list either.
That's fair. It's got like that, dark, moody, retro wave art style. And I think what it's really going to have to sell itself on is the story. And based on what I've played so far, the story is very interesting.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what you thought about it, Ryan. But
I kind of close to the same line as Josh. I think it looks cool. I love when that's the first thing that came to my mind was the speed. It looked like it was my speed for a Metroidvania that I enjoyed playing. I love when they have kind of almost that tracer effect when the characters are running. Even if it doesn't make you faster, it makes you feel faster.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Yeah. Like that after image effect when you're running. Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
It's such a good way to like show you're going fast, even if you're not actually going any faster.
Right. Make me feel good. But yeah, I thought it looked cool. Again, like the other ones we've seen on here, I would probably prefer over this, but it doesn't look like it would be a bad time. I did download the demo, but ran out of time today to check it out. But I'll probably take a peek and see. I love Metroidvanias, of course. So it is, some of the art style is interesting in the images that I've seen, from the trailer and then the still pictures they have. It does look kind of cool.
It's a pretty game, man.
Yeah.
Like I like the lighting. Like at one point there's like this laser ceiling that's like coming down or something and your character slides, but the red glow from that like lights up the room. And I mean, it looks legit. I'm not trying to slander Possessors by any means. Like I think this game actually looks pretty cool. I just feel like when we're talking about like I said, like 3 or 4 other games that stood out a little bit more to me, it's like naturally it just kind of is like ranked in that where it's like it's a little bit further down for me and just what intrigued me.
Yeah.
Well, what about, Possessors versus Bean of the Hollow, or which one?
Oh, dude.
Oh, Possessor.
Do you really want me to rank Mina the Holler on this list, Ace? Because
Poor Mina. She didn't do anything yet. She's not even out yet. She's already getting bodied.
Yeah. Sorry, Mina.
All right. Well, moving on from Possessors, I want to talk about this one
Oh.
because I am a massive fan of the Muppets, and that's Felt That Boxing.
What the heck is this game,
I
Ace?
don't know. I'm
What
so
the heck
excited.
is this?
I don't know.
It's
Oh
a
my
puppet
gosh.
style roguelike about boxing. Oh boy.
Is this a boxing game? Is this
It's
a
a boxing
movie?
game. It's a punch out with Muppets.
Is this a movie with puppets where it's like I'm not even really playing it? Because this might be the craziest game I have ever seen in my life, dude. Like,
That's what I was thinking. Watching it, and I'm like, is this gameplay or is this just like the cinematic?
I don't, dude. If the game plays like what I watched, like I'm in, dude. Number one, Punch Out to me is still like a favorite of mine. Like I don't know why, I just love it. And then you give me these crazy Muppets with this over the top, like I mean, the one dude's cussing at the other Muppet, and I'm like,
Oh,
this
dude,
is not
the
this is
humor.
not a kid's Muppet game. I felt like I was in a fever dream, man. I didn't know what the heck I was watching, dude. But I liked it. That's all I know is I liked it.
Dude, it reminds me of, I don't know if you ever saw that movie, The Happy Time Murders, where it was like a more R-rated Muppet universe, but that's what it reminded me of. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great. Watching those flimsy Muppet arms hit the hit the coach. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, I'm
We're
excited.
really seeing a resurgence in this like punch-out genre, which I am all here for.
I am
Because,
too.
if
Yeah.
Nintendo's not going to do it, why not?
That's my point. Is if this is Punch Out with freaking crazy, murderous, over the top puppets, like in this really weird, like sense of humor that they have and stuff, I am in on this game like 1,000%, man.
With
I
the
just don't
graphics.
know what the heck I saw. I don't know what the heck this game is actually going to play like.
Yeah,
I just know I like it and I want to see more of it, man. Because
we got to save the orphanage.
it's like a brain itch, man, where it's like I can't scratch it, but I'm kind of like, I kind of like this, man. I don't know what's going on here.
See, I was 100% with you, though, when I was watching the trailer. I was like, is this for a movie? And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, this is a game.
Bro's dodging toast and plunging toilets while his trainer is talking about how many big dumps he took in the toilet that day. You know what I mean? Like, what is this, man?
It's probably going to be the craziest game of that year.
I don't know.
Comes
I'm
out.
in, though, dude. I'm in.
totally
Especially
in.
if it actually plays like Punch Out, dude. Like, oh.
All right, we're running a little low on time here, so we'll get to this last one here. Relooted. What is with the heist games this year, man?
Is
I feel
this
like
a
every
heist
game
game,
is
though? Like, I was
it's
watching.
100% a heist game.
I feel like this is just like a speed run parkour game. You know what I mean? Like I think the game actually looks neat, dude. But it was like the everything was just like run from left to right as fast as you can and snatch up these things as you go, almost like you're collecting coins. Like so they try to put it off as like a heist game where you have to plan your route a little bit. But I almost wonder if the actual gameplay is just like a speed run parkour type thing.
So I watched like a dev diary kind of on this one, where they kind of broke down what the gameplay will be.
Oh, okay.
First things first, you take your character and you have to case the joint. You have to get
Okay.
an idea of your layout, where you want to go, how to avoid alarms, things like that. The next step is to secure your route. You got to be able to figure out how you're going to get there and then perform that and get out. And hopefully while you were securing your route, you also secured your exit, because as soon as you grab the relic or whatever, alarms go off and you have to book it. This is a very interesting game. I think I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, though, where it's I don't even know how you describe this game. It's just a heist platformer. That's what it is to me, but it could be a speedrun game. I could see it.
Well, that's what came to mind for me is, which I love speedrunning. I would do the little speedrun trials on Astrobot and other games too. But that's what came to mind. That's not to say that that doesn't mean it won't be enjoyable. Like I think it looked really neat. I am heavily intrigued. It looks cool. The graphics look good, and I like the idea of having to go ahead of time, and like case the joint and look
case
over
the
for
joint,
everything.
secure the route.
Make sure you catch everything to give yourself the best chance to, succeed in the heist and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
We're seeing evolution in stealth, and I'm totally here for it. I
love
also
it.
really like the premise here where you're, these African individuals who have to reclaim artifacts that were taken out of Africa by Europeans. It's like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to England. They'll get them all back.
I think the game looks super fun, honestly. Like, I just don't know what it, like, if you're casing and you're planning a route and all that, like, maybe it is a little bit more high-space, but just the gameplay itself looked fun. It's speedy, it's snappy. You have a lot of different routes. You have different things you're trying to do. Apparently, you have teammates that can, like, boost you and unlock doors for you and stuff like that. So I think this game looks really well done, man. Like, I could see it being a lot of fun. I think I'd like to have them focus a little bit more on the not just running left to right part. You know what I mean?
I think we're going to see
a little bit more of that
evolution in the levels as you go higher, I would think. But, I would like to see that too.
You want to see up and down as well?
Yeah, or just
you'd like
a
to see
little
the
bit,
third
like,
dimension.
Showcase a little bit more of the planning. Like, they did put that in the trailer where they said, "Hey, you kind of have to know where you're going." But it's like, how much planning, how much thought does it give? Like, do I get to be creative, or is it just there's really just one route through this, and we just kind of hope that you figure it out, kind of thing? Or are there truly like multiple routes, and you get to be creative, and there's a little bit of like puzzle solving involved in this too, and how you plan things?
Yeah, I would love to see that too. But, we're out of time now, fellas, and I just got to say, indie gaming is looking great for 2025.
Yeah, man.
I love the fact that I've not heard of a single one of these games with the exception of Lies of P and Silksong, obviously.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
now I have like 3 to 4 games that I am instantly like, dude, I want to play this, man.
Cool.
Like, I don't know.
You're getting the Ryan experience.
Yeah. Felt that boxing to me is, like I said, is one of the craziest things I think my eyes have ever seen, dude. So if you guys out there listening do nothing else, just watch this trailer.
You got to at least check the trailer.
We're going to put it in the episode. So listen, go back to where we're talking about it and make sure that you just watch it for a second, because you'll see what we're talking about, man. But oh my goodness.
I got to make sure I don't get the subtitles on that trailer.
Yeah. It's not PG, that's for sure.
But that's all for this episode. Josh, you want to tell them how they can support the show and help us out?
Hey, you know what? Follow this podcast. Click the plus button, the follow button in your podcast app. That helps us out immensely. You get all our shows. You get notified the day that they release. Join our Discord community. It is absolutely fantastic. We talk games all the time. There's no toxicity, no bad language, none of that stuff. And if you really want to go the extra mile to support this show and help us get these games and, produce these shows and all that, you can do that over on Patreon. There's a link in our episode description. Super quick and easy to sign up. It means the world to us, and it really does keep this podcast going.
Yeah, it's great, and we love it. And be sure to check our Twitch, too, because we stream our games now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to want to be there.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, man. There's a good bit of people always hanging out, chatting. It's actually, like, we've been having a blast with it, and we love seeing the people in there hanging out and just chatting with us, too.
Yeah, we got to get back in Wildgate and get to ramming speed.
Oh, ramming speed. Oh, no, not on board with the ramming speed still,
Don't ram
Josh?
ships, guys. I want to win. I'm too
The only
competitive.
time we've won was when we got to the ramming
man.
speed, all right?
Oh, my goodness.
It works.
It does. It's
Then
highly
everybody's
effective.
dead.
One time
That
it works
means we
every
all
time.
win.
Oh, man.
But until next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
I don't even know what to say, guys. I've never signed off before, so goodbye, everybody. I love you all. Bye-bye. Hope to see you next time.